Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be working on this original one owner 1967 Gravely 430. I already do have one of these with about the same story, but mine is in slightly better shape. I bought this a few days ago and I wanted to get it going so I could decide if I was going to keep it or sell it. It's only about 115, I think, serial numbers away from the one I already have. This one's slightly more original. The steering wheel hasn't been replaced, so it is, got an original seat, but she's shot. She sat outside way too long. Has plant life growing in the seat, so that seems fine. Same story with the fiberglass. Just broke off right there at the back there. Not sure what happens there. This one sat outside though, not inside, after it was parked, which is a shame because this would have been a really nice, original, beautiful tractor if they'd have just kept it inside. But it was sitting outside, as you saw by the thumbnail. That is how it was listed on Marketplace. As you see, it had some trees growing up through it that we got to get rid of. This one, I already had to break most of the way out. I just got to get it around the tie rod. This is the brackets for the springs for the front drive kit. We had to take that off to haul it and get everything on the trailer. The front drive kit and mower is in the other building. It's the mower's shot. We might eventually do something with it. Not sure what the story was, why it was parked. The kid that I bought it from said that he was cleaning out his grandfather's estate and his grandfather really liked these. When I got it, this rear tire was off. I had to put it back on when I got there, and it does not roll. So something's up with that. I'm wondering if that's why they had the tire off, is because it wouldn't roll. Maybe a brake is hung up or something. The other ones roll. Only one tire holds air. We aired this one up to load on a trailer and it's still up. This one won't really even take air very well. And the fronts, I don't even know. I've not put air in them since I got it. I don't remember if we tried when we were there. This thing is super rough. Looking over it, I've already lubed up a bunch of stuff. If you see wet spots under it or on it, I have put lubrication on it to try and get things to start freeing up, because it's going to be a battle with this one, guys. Clutch. Oh, it's going to go forward now. Still won't come back. Steering. Froze up, won't turn, won't do anything. This will move, but it's stiff. Like I said, this tire won't roll. I have not looked in the gas tank yet. I bought this tractor. I didn't really even look it over. I just made sure the engine turned. And I was going to buy it anyway if it didn't. But this front U-joint, it's stuck on here. I tried to pull it off when I took the mower off to load it. And it will not come off yet. Like I said, engine does turn over. Somehow. And it's even got compression. Muffler is shot, but like gone. That's where it's supposed to be hooked, and it's just kind of chilling down in there. So that seems fine. But you see, the platform, it's mint. This is fairly decent original as far as paint, but it just needs a lot of help. So I'm going to let this soak for a little while, and we're going to start fiddling with this thing and see exactly what we can get it to do. We'll have to get those trees out of there, but I'm going to let it soak for a little while first. Okay, first thing we're going to do is figure out why this wheel won't rotate. I've already taken the tire off. It's looking like, just like I guessed, we're just stuck on the brake. So I am going to loosen it up pretty much all the way. Oh, still no, huh? It wants to now. Oh, wow. That turns nice now. Okay, we've got that wheel rolling now. I think the next step is going to be first check the gas, see what's in here. I've still not looked. Ooh, it smells old. But it's fairly empty. Just rust in here. So yeah, that's what the inside of this tank looks like after sitting that long. Not horrible, not great. Okay, let's pop the hood off, put a battery in it, and see if it'll turn over or do anything. Okay, so I have got the platform off now. Just going to be easier. I did some checking. Starter button works. I got power to it. I'm getting power through it. I'm not getting any power back here. So my guess is the solenoid is their issue. Either it's bad or I have a bad connection to it. And it should, if I'm not mistaken, be right under here. So now we got to take this plate off to get to it. So let me show you what I'm looking at here. To start with, this is the fuel line. They have it pretty much just pinched. See if I grab hold of the fuel line here, and that should not be like that. Also, this is froze up. So the PTO won't disengage, it's currently engaged. So I'm going to have to ask it not so politely to go. I also pulled the dipstick before I started filming on the transmission, and it is completely dry. There is no oil in it. It's not super rusty, which is good, but there's still no oil in it. So I've got some more soaking to do. I'm going to lube a bunch of this stuff up that's not moving, and I'll bring you back. We'll start playing with that again. So I'm going to ground my test light here. I'm just going to go right to the battery because, well, it's in range. So let's first see, and we do have power to the solenoid. This here is where I should get power when I push this button. Right here. And I got power coming in. I just don't have any going out. So my next test is going to be to check, see if the solenoid's grounded. If I can find a spot to check it. I'm going to have to move you guys. I'll have to bring you back once I get to it. So I do have a ground on the solenoid. That's good. Don't try this at home. Still ain't got nothing. So I'm going to say this solenoid's probably bad and we're going to have to replace on it. I think it's about time for some tree removal, so I'm going to see if I can get this yanked and yeeted out of here, or if I got to cut it some more. I'm hoping it'll just pull out. Okay, my idea may have been strange, but it worked. And I would like to go over some of the stuff that I lubricated the other day that was froze up that isn't anymore. This clutch, I was able to get it to go one way, I don't remember which. It's not adjusted right. Right here is neutral, and it's got a little bit of a jump. Locks into reverse. Got to go through that stupid little jump because it's not adjusted right. Locks into forward. It's even fairly loose. It's not near as tight as it was the other day. Brake isn't froze up. This wouldn't move at all the other day. I mean, you couldn't get just that much out of it. So I'm winning with that. The gear was locked up. Now if you watch real close. Okay, well, it might not pick it up on camera, but the tie rod's trying to move a tiny bit when I bump it, which means the teeth aren't locked up in each other anymore. These levers were all froze up, except for I think this one. Got them all lubricated the other day, and it locks into high. Ow. But I need to lubricate that apparently. Low, way out of adjustment. You see those two nuts there should push on that spring right there. So it holds it in, but they won't. So that needs to be adjusted, but it moves now. Engine always turned over, it wasn't stuck or anything like that. We've gotten this wheel freed up, you guys saw that. It was just the brake like I thought. The pad was just rusted to the drum. So we are making a lot of progress. I'm going to have to pop the gas tank out to fix this fuel line. I don't like that. And as rusty as this piece here is, I'm going to replace it also. Not sure if I'm going to use another piece of metal line or if I'm going to put a soft line in there. But you see it's got some stuff going on. This still all works. They just apparently couldn't get it to work, so they did that. But we're in better shape. Both trees are out of it. One's sitting up there, one's underneath of it. So it's new solenoid time. Let's get new solenoid put in. Then this thing should turn over. I checked, we do have power to the coil, so I'll just have to see. I'm sure the points will need at least cleaned, if not replaced. But we're making good progress. Alright guys, it's been about a month since I worked on this project. I've been letting things soak, and everything seems to be freed up now that was, except for these spindles. If I turn the wheel, I can see the tie rods move back and forth slightly. Which tells me the spindles are froze up in the axle still. I'm going to keep soaking them and hope for the best. I did just find something out that I hope I'm not doing something right. That's engaged. Turn on the PTO. I don't know how well you can hear all that noise on camera, but every now and then it catches and stops like it's supposed to. Engaged like that, I shouldn't be able to turn that shaft. So I am wondering if somebody grenaded something in here. I'm kind of wondering if they were just leaving this engaged and just jamming the PTO in instead of disengaging this, engaging the PTO and re-engaging this. And the PTOs may be bad. Not sure. We'll have to figure it out once we get it running. But as I probably showed you guys before, I don't even remember, exhaust is junk, but it don't make no difference because it's cut off and there's nothing there. So I finally got a new exhaust and solenoid I've had for a bit. So yeah, let's get that stuff installed and we can continue on our quest of trying to get this sucker to start up and run and see maybe then what's up in the transmission. I don't remember nothing about this. It's full of oil. Okay, ignore the transmission because I'm sure it'll be low. Oh, or empty. Okay, so that seems fine. So they probably did grenade the trans. That seems fine. We'll continue to ignore that. Its twin is sitting over here. It's in here for wiring issues. I'm not sure if you guys will have already seen that video or if it's still yet to come. We will see. Got to wait for parts for that now. But these are both 1967 430s, both original one owner tractors. And they were both set up about the same. So we're going to dig into this one, put the solenoid in, put the exhaust on, and hopefully it'll crank over with the key. If you recall before, that was our problem, why we had to put this on hold, besides all the stuff that was froze up. So let's get into it. Alright, just threw a hot battery in it. See if the engine will crank over with the push button. Well, solenoid clicked once and then it stopped, so let's start checking. Okay, so the problem seems to be bad connection right here. Took that apart, cleaned it up. Now let's see what happens. Ooh, oh my. Well, it turns over, but it is not happy about it. Oh my. Hope that's the starter making that awful sound. Because if not, we're in trouble. But at least now it turns over. I'm going to put a spark checker on it and see if we get spark. Alright, let's see if we get spark. Surprise, surprise, we don't. I believe that racket is the starter. I don't know if you guys noticed it didn't engage right away there. Let's double check that we're getting power. Here we are, 12.4 volts. Get that fuel line out of the way a little bit. Okay, got a good connection there. Touch this over here. Turn on to this. Turn the engine. So the points are the issue. So let's get those cleaned. Alright, clean the points. Now, flip the switch on. I don't know why it's not showing up on camera very well, but it's sparking every time. Put some penetrating oil in here to get the fuel pump lubed up a little bit. Seems to be pumping backwards, but that's probably because nothing's hooked up correctly. Now that we've got spark, let's get into the carburetor. I'm sure it will need gone through, so we're just going to pull it right off and take it apart. Alright, you guys have seen me take carbs apart 1,000 times, but I got a feeling that this one's going to be a bit better. Oh my. Well, that's not a good start. Boy, holy mackerel, that was on there. Oh boy. Yum yum. I'm gonna need 3 more cans of carb clean. Choke moves, that's a plus. Ha, that worked. Even though that's not a pair of pliers. Float doesn't seem to be full of stuff. Look at the nasty greenish fuel in there. Ugh. Come on out, needle. Needle's still stuck. Yoink it out with the pliers. Rubber tip, looks like, so this thing's probably been rebuilt, this carb. Boy. She ain't clean. Boy. High idle jet stuck in there. Screwdriver to get it out, which I don't like. Come on, there. Well, started to go. There we go. At least it looked good. Dirty, very dirty. But not bent, like a lot of them are. Okay, so sometimes you can get in there to take some more stuff out, but I'm not even going to try, because I know exactly what will happen, and I don't want to have to replace that. So hopefully I can just get it cleaned out. I was really hoping that I could just carb clean this thing, but I'm a little worried that we're going to have to get the cleaner out, the ultrasonic. Yep. There it goes. Now, we're going to want to ultrasonic clean this. This thing is terrible, so I guess we'll get the ultrasonic warmed up. Alright, y'all. Earlier today, while I was doing other stuff out here in the shop, I ran this thing through the cleaner. It was bad. I had to run it through over and over and over. But it's cleaned up. Still need to pull the old gasket seal out of here. Alright, carb's on. Fuel line is not hooked up. I'm going to try and bleed it, make sure we got fuel to it. I have a really bad feeling about this transmission, so I don't really want to go as far as getting the actual fuel tank working yet till I know it's okay. So I got this little tank here, and I repurposed my tripod, so I'll be freehanding. First thing I'm going to do is make sure I still have spark. I do still have spark, and I've already got stuff shooting out here. It is not gas yet. I sprayed some lubricating oil and parts cleaner into the fuel pump in an attempt to get the probably dried out diaphragm working. So hopefully my attempts work. I'm going to continue to turn it over a little bit here. Alright, that's probably gas. It started spraying pretty good. Yep, we got gas here now. Okay. I'm going to get that put on. Now that we know that the fuel pump works, there we go. I do have the choke freed up now. Yesterday when we were working on it, the cable was still locked up. So there's the choke working. Throttle works. So we're just going to give her some beans and see if she fires. Give her some throttle. Give her some choke. Well, it tried on that one, didn't it? I'm going to throttle her down more. Give her choke again. Unchoke it. Not running good. I know what the issue is. Oh, that's going to be hot. We got stuff against the points. Points usually don't like that, so I'm going to try and get this stuff away. See if I can zoink it through there and get it out of the way. Let's see if it'll fire back off. Give it some choke. There we go. Run that out a quarter turn. Moment of truth. Oh yeah. So high is out of this tram. See if it'll drive. No forward or reverse in high. Well, just as I suspected, transmission in this thing, it's junk. This engine's good. See, it's not smoking or burning oil. It's burning things off that I've spilled on it. Engine's good, but transmission, it's junk. So I think that's as far as I'm going to go with this project. The trans is shot. The PTO does not work. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. High does not work. Low, back here, works. It will drive, and the PTO works, but when I put it in low, it makes all that awful racket that you guys heard. So, yeah, this trans is pooched. So this tractor, unfortunately, is going to be a parts tractor. I'm not sure what else I can do with it, but I got a good engine that I can put on something, and good rest of the tractor, I guess. Trans is just shot. So I'll either sell this as a parts tractor or part it out myself. We'll see. If you enjoyed the video, guys, please hit the like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Let me know that everything I'm doing is worth it and you guys are enjoying it. If you have any ideas on what I could do with this, let me know. This video will be coming out a week from today, from when I'm filming it. So, yeah. Probably won't have done anything with it yet by now when you're seeing this. This coming week is the John Deere show, so I will not be doing much with this. But thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, like I said, please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Show the love. Drop a comment down below if you got any questions, comments, video requests, anything like that. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.